Good morning, and here we have Surya Narayan. And what a beautiful day when the sun is up and is bright and shining. It gives us that exhilarated feeling. Welcome this morning again for our journey that will bring us closer to our liberation or moksha. Isn't that something that is great? And this morning, let me chant the Swami Parameshananda ji, founder and spiritual master, incarnation of Lord Shiva, BHARAT SEVASHRAM. When he got his God realization in 1917, in that nice village of Bajitpur, Bangladesh, it was then India, he uttered these divine messages, and they have become the guidance for all disciples and monks. And when you examine them and meditate on these 10 divine messages, you will see the greatness of this wisdom, divine utterances, and we call them the Shanghavani. And he asked the questions, Swami Parameshananda ji, and he gave the answers. Usually, like in the Mahabharata, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Bhagavan and Arjuna was having the conversation, and Arjuna was asking the question, and Krishna Bhagavan was giving the answer. But in today's world, it is necessary, like this profound message has to be coming purely from the Guru. So he asked the question, number one, what is the goal of life? Self-realization, universal emancipation. What is religion? Self-sacrifice, self-abnegation, self-discipline, adherence to truth and countenance. What is real death? Forgetfulness of the self. What is real life? Self-possession, self-remembrance, self-consciousness. What are real virtues? Heroism, virility, humanliness, and aspiration for emancipation. What are real sins? Weakness, fear, cowardice, meanness, and selfishness. What are real sources of strength? Patience, fortitude, and endurance. What are real assets? Self-confidence, self-reliance, and self-respect. What are real enemies? Indolence, slumber, inertia, procrastination, lustful senses, and passions. What are real friends? Energy, enthusiasm, and perseverance. How beautiful it is. And this is something that I recommend that you remember, because when you do contemplate on them, you'll see this is the embodiment of Bhagavad Gita, the Ramayana, the Bible, the Tripitaka of the Buddhism. It's all encompassing. Well, this morning, with that being said, let us go on this pilgrimage, and we'll be singing something. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Vishveshwara Shiva Vishveshwara, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Vishveshwara Shiva Vishveshwara, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. Jatadhara Shiva Jatadhara, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. Someshwara Shiva Someshwara, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. Someshwara Shiva Someshwara, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. Om Gangadharai Shiva Gangadharai, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya, Hara Hara Bole, Namah Shivaya. Ah, look at Syrian reindeer coming through. Oh, let us do adoration to Syrian Orion. Now this is God, so let us close our eyes. Well, look at the sun. Look how beautiful it is. You could see the red ball there now because it's not so intense. It's coming up and it's an angle to the earth, not straight on. So with a meditation mind, let us chant mantras to Syrian Orion. Gayatri mantra. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Bola Sisi Surya Narayan Bhagwan Ki Jai. Oh, I don't know, you're feeling good, right? Imagine we're in this beautiful place, an oasis of bliss, and a place where we are one with the divine, we are one with consciousness. How beautiful, where can you find that? For this reason, try to leave everything behind, empty your mind of everything, and try to enjoy this moment. Live in the moment. Don't think about the past. Give up your personal history. There's no such justification of unpleasantness, no justification of resentment. That see God in everyone, and then you'll see you'll transcend this limited mind of ours, and we'll have that divine mind. You know, in my experience, females, our mothers and sisters, they are so powerful people that I was in this temple on Sunday, and there was one devotee of the ashram, and she's there, and she's anchoring the ashram in the absence of a priest or a panditji. And my God, she could see that vibration, that divine vibration that she's emanating from her. And when you see people like that, then you know the power of the Lord is working through everyone. Are you that kind of a person that when you in the presence of everyone, they could feel your vibration? Well, I'm sure you are. But this is time for us to develop it more and more. And this morning, I want to tell you that when I was going to Sabrimala for the medical relief BHARAT SEVASHRAM, that's in Kerala, Pamba River, we would have gone there. And when I would have gone every morning walking up to that Ayappa Swami, there's a place that they call Savory Padam, and you know where Mother Savory was staying. And when she was serving the Matang Rishi ashram, the Swamijis in the jungle of those days, very treacherous jungle, oh my God, you can't imagine how many animals were there. But she was fearless, and what happened, she would have served Matang Rishi. And then, simple woman, tribal lady, no education, but she stood up for what is right, to take a life for happiness. She walked away from it, from that marriage. and then she served and she got liberation. We seen in our Mirabai, she would sing that Krishna bhajan and immersed in that. And we have got so many bhajans, Mira bhajans, and we enjoying them. So Swami Parameshananda would have said that look at Mother Durga. She's carrying 10 weapons in her 10 hands. That in this age is about power. There's no place in this world for weakness. Weakness is the greatest sin. What are real sins? Weakness, fear, cowardice, meanness, and selfishness. Those are the real sins. And we see that I was listening to the Democratic Convention, a Republican National Convention, RNC. And I was listening, I had the opportunity to work with Nikki Haley at the United Nations when she was the ambassador, U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. And she always exhumed that strength and power. And when she was speaking last night, and she identified herself to be a proud Hindu coming from India, a proud Indian. Oh, it's so exhilarating. And when we see that, and we identify ourselves, who we truly are without any kind of hesitation, that radiates power to us. And Mother Durga, when she came to vanquish Mahisasura, and with her 10 weapons, Swami Parameshananda is a proponent of strength, power. And he would have said, why don't we look at how Prahlad, he would have never deviate from his worship of Hari. Om Hari, Om Hari, Om Hari. He was thrown in the pit of snakes, thrown down the mountain into the water. But Vishnu Bhagwan there was rescued to rescue him. This is all coming from power. So we should not have any sort of weakness because it's the greatest sin. And today the message is never at any point in time fall weakness and give up your innate strength and power. Rise up to that place. I bring you to this mandir every morning because it has no limitations. You too should be like this mandir, the mandir of nature, the mandir of manifestation of consciousness, the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space. The mandir, the murtis that we worship. This is a routine every morning. You might say I'm saying the same thing, but it's the same thing. This remembrance that will infuse energy and divine power in us. So this morning, let us do some meditation again. And again, the message is that look to see. America is America because of strength. And if it goes into a state of weakness, it would cease to be America, upholding and be an example for the world. So we also must have that, be an example for the people around us, our families, our friends, and that power, that divine power, like a magnet, will be pulling people to us. So let us do this meditation. Om Sri Guru Shivaya Namah. 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 Well, the birds have come in, and how beautiful the nature is in front of us. Let us enjoy the scenery, look at this reflection, keep it and let it energize you for the day. Continue meditation, and Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.